Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sam and my channel's name is Side Hustle Sam. And if you're new to my channel, I want to tell you a little bit about my channel. I talk about side hustles that I do. I have eBay, I have rental houses, and I also have an Airbnb aside from my full-time job. Now, my full-time job is with the state, and when I first started this channel 3 years ago, I said that I was going to be retiring from the state in 3 years, and so I am actually going to be retiring from the state at the end of this year, and my first day of retirement will be January 1st, 2024. So yay, I put in my papers. I am going to be officially retired January 1st, 2024. Now, will I become a full-time reseller with eBay? No, I will not. I will still be Side Hustle Sam because my full-time job is going to be being retired. My part-time is going to be eBay and the rental houses and the Airbnb. So today I got a package in the mail. I watch a YouTuber. He goes by the name The 1 Foot Flipper, and I bought some items off of him that he had mentioned in his on his channel one time. He said he had a bunch of consoles that he wanted to sell that he really didn't feel like testing them and that he wanted to just get rid of them. So I thought that would be a good opportunity for me to try to purchase them. So I left a message on his channel, which he never responded to, but that's okay. Because I understand you can't see every message, and that's not a problem. But in this particular situation, I just happened to run across these consoles when I was looking for some consoles to buy, and I noticed that it was the 1 Foot Flipper. So I sent him an offer. He had these 4 PS2 Slim consoles that he had listed for $100. So I sent him an offer for $75. Which I didn't really expect him to take, but he did. I didn't realize it was the 1 Foot Flipper at the time that I made the offer. So I try to get these consoles at a good price in order to be able to turn them around and make a profit off of them, even if I have to sell them for parts and I'm unable to get them to work. I still need to make a profit, so I try to get them for a price that I can turn them around and make a profit. So he graciously gave me the generous discount of $25 off of the $100 price, which I thought, $25 per PlayStation 2 console is good. I don't know if he's tested them or if they work or what the situation is, but we're gonna test them today, and I'm actually gonna do an unboxing. But before I do the unboxing, I want to show you something. This is how the 1 Foot Flipper packs. I was very disappointed. I can actually see inside this box. I can actually see these consoles inside the box. So 1 Foot Flipper, aka what is your name? Paige Oliver. Paige Oliver, 1 Foot Flipper. You got to do a better job in packing. I can't buy from you if you're going to send me stuff that's packed like this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and we're going to inspect these consoles and see what they look like. You see, I have not opened them up yet, but I am going to open them right now on camera so everyone can see what they look at. Now, Paige, aka 1 Foot Flipper, you got to do better than this, dude. This is ridiculous. Come on, Paige. You got to do better than this. Okay. Now this is a little flimsy box. This box is about the size of a box that I would use to pack 1 console, let alone 3 or 4. There's actually 4 in here. So this is how it's. Look at this. Yeah, there's some packing material in here, but that's it. That's it. Paige. Come on, dude. Look at this. Look. You gotta do better than this, guy. Come on, man. You just threw everything in here. You got the cords all mangled up. Look at this. Just a big wadded mess. You just threw it in there. Paige. 1 foot flipper. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that. Alright, so let's look at the consoles. I didn't expect them to be beautiful. I didn't expect them to be clean. You just throw them in there, man. It's not how you treat consoles. They're just stacked on top of each other. There's not even any kind of padding in between them. See, they're just all 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, come on, Paige. You gotta do better than that. You're a professional reseller. You're a full-time reseller, man. I'm a part-time reseller. I do much better than that in packing. That's not right. That's not how you treat your customers. Oh man, I am so sorry. I'm gonna call you out, brother. I'm gonna call you out because you didn't do this right. You didn't treat your customer right. Now I am a YouTuber, just like you are. And you gave me a good deal, but that don't mean you got to just throw the stuff in there like it isn't worth anything. Come on, man. These things are scratched to all get out. I mean, look at the scratches all over them because you didn't put any kind of padding or any kind of packing material in between these. So they're all scratched. So if I am able to get them to work, I'm going to have to really work hard with some plastic cleaner and polish to just try to get them to look decent again. Okay, so my rant is going to be over with now. 1 foot flipper, you got to do better than that. Fortunately, I've got a setup here where I can test them. This is ridiculous. And you did use packing material, but why didn't you pack them? Why didn't you wrap them individually so that they're not scrubbing against each other and scratching each other up? This is what it looks like now. It's all scratched up. Now I got to clean it. Now I got to see if I can get the scratches out. I don't know if I can do that. I ought to just send them back. So here we go. Let's get into it. Alright, we're going to start with this first one. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it up real quick. Before I do anything, I'm just going to take a Q-tip, wet it down with some 99% isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to clean the lens. Because a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, the only problem with these things is that it has a dirty lens. So what I will do is I'll just clean this lens off. And then wipe it with the dry side. Okay. Now I'm going to take, I usually have a plug-in for these sitting around, but the 1 foot flipper sent me these cords to go with them. Alright, here's the power cord. I'll plug it in. And I have a neat little apparatus. Let me show this to you. It's got 3 ends on it. This end right here goes with the Xbox, the original Xbox. This one goes with the Nintendo N64, and it also works with the with the SNES, and this one works with the PlayStations. So I'm going to plug that one in. And he included a controller with his lot, so I'm going to use this controller and plug it in here, and we'll put a disc in here. Got a PS2 disc that I can test out. This is number 1. Turn it on. Make sure it's plugged in. Well, this one's not powering on. So the first one has no power. Okay, this one is getting no power whatsoever. Let's try another one. See if it powers on. I wonder if it's these cords. Let me get a different cord. Okay, I just happen to have a brand new in the box PlayStation 2 cord. So I'm going to give this one a go. I'm just hoping that the cord was the only thing that was bad. No power on the second one. Let's try a third one. Let's open this up. Am I doing something wrong? Now that one has a light. So let me clean that lens up. Now let's give it a go. Open it up. Well, it would help if I put the disc in. Let's see if that goes now. Well, alright, we got one working. How about that? Okay, so this one works. I'm going to... Alright, so this one works. So what I'll do is I'll unplug that. This thing is filthy. It is totally filthy. So what I'll do is I'll put a little note on here just to remind myself that it works. So we got one that works. Now let's try this last one. We'll give it a whirl. Here we go. I've already cleaned the lens on this one. Alright, looks like we got a second one working. This controller doesn't work though. Yeah, that controller's not that good. Well, I ended up returning the package to the 1 Foot Flipper because of the way that he responded to me and the fact that I couldn't really use the items anymore because of the way that they were packed. I hope that he understands by me making this video that I'm not attacking him personally. What I'm trying to do is to let everyone know that packing is a very important part of reselling, and it's very important to the buyers that the items that they receive are packed well and that they come to them in good condition. If you want to be a good reseller and that's what you do full time, then you should really take care to make sure that the items that you send to people are in good condition, in the best condition possible, and the only way to do that is by packing them carefully and using plenty of packing material to make sure that they arrive to the destination safely and undamaged. In this situation, the items did not come to me in undamaged condition. They were very much damaged, and they were so damaged that I decided to return them. But that wasn't the only thing that was driving my decision. I had considered keeping them since 2 of them did work. But this is really the main thing that made my decision for me. I messaged him on eBay, on the eBay messaging system, and I said, your packing job was horrible. There was no padding at all between the consoles. They scrubbed against each other and were scratched all over. There was very little packing material used at all. The box was so flimsy that one side was ripped open and I could actually see the consoles before even opening. And his response to that was, they were broken consoles with scratches on them in the first place. Never occurred to me to pack them any differently. Excuse me? Never occurred to you? Never occurred to you to pack them any differently? Okay. Never occurred? Come on, man. Then he goes on to say, looking at your photos, and I'm going to put this up here so you can see. Looking at your photos, that is exactly how they looked in the first place. Go ahead and send them back. No need to pack them any different than I did. So I didn't pack them any different than you did, Paige. I wrapped them in bubble wrap, the same bubble wrap you sent. I wrapped them in the same bubble wrap in exactly the same manner that you sent them to me. And I threw the cords in just like you had thrown them in, just like they were on this video, and I sent it back to you. So I appreciate you making the deal with me to sell them for $25 off. That was very kind of you to do that. I appreciate you working with me and getting the return back, because I did have another seller that refused to return. I had to get eBay to step in, but that product wasn't even working and it was sold as working. So you did sell the item as not working, which was an accurate description, but actually 2 of them did work. And I did receive them, but I couldn't, unfortunately I couldn't use them because they were so scratched up. I could not, even the 2 that were working, I couldn't clean them up enough and get the scratches out because they were so deep to resell them. So I had to send them back to you. And your attitude about the return was just very surprising to me for someone who is a full-time reseller. That's what you do for a living. That's all you do for a living. it was very surprising to me that you really cared so little about my buyer experience, and that you really didn't care that the items arrived to me safely. It was very disappointing and unfortunate. But on a brighter note, I do appreciate you working with me, and I appreciate you accepting the return, and I hope that in the future, if you see this video, you don't have to respond, but if you do, that's fine. But I hope in the future that you will do a little bit better job packing for people, and I hope other resellers who are watching this video take a little bit more thought and care into making sure that your packages are packed well. Even stuff that's not breakable, customers appreciate it when you stick it in a watertight bag, or if you wrap it in a little bit of bubble wrap, even if it's not necessary. Customers appreciate that, and it's reflected in the feedback that you get. I get a lot of feedback, and most of the feedback that I get regarding packaging says that my packaging is wonderful, and that they appreciate the time and effort that I put into it. It says a little bit about my appreciation of the buyer as well. And so when a buyer receives something that is packed really poorly, it makes the buyer feel like, well, they just really don't care about me as a buyer. Because if they did that, they would take a little bit more care in packaging the material a little bit better. So I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you got something out of it, even if it wasn't a completely positive video. Most of my videos are positive. I try to keep them positive, but in this particular video I wasn't able to do so. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure and give it a like and a thumbs up, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I put a video up. But in the meantime, just hang on. I'll get you another video out there before too long, and come back and see me on the next one. Have a good one, and take care.